Hello, hello, everybody. I think we might be live. I think it's going to reset here in a second, as it sometimes does. So let me wait for confirmation here before I start blabbing away. There it goes. It did reset there. And let's see here. Yep, and there's YouTube saying we're live. All right. Hello, everybody. Happy weekend to you. Hopefully, you've had a great weekend. For those of you on the other side of the planet, happy Sunday evening, maybe even Monday morning to you. And I'm excited to see what Spirit has for us today. But before we get started, let's send some love, unconditional love energy out to the world and bring it into this reading, into us. We'll start off by taking a big deep breath and just come back to this moment. Let the outside world fall away. So you can breathe in through your nose or mouth, whatever you prefer. Hold it for as long as you want and release it through your nose or mouth, whatever you'd like to do as well. So let's start there. Big deep breath. Beautiful. And we got our wonderful singing bowl. So as we hit the singing bowl, we just let that love flow down, fill us up first, our heart, our body, our mind, our lives, our finances, whatever. Just allow it to fill us up and then flow out to the world and allow it to do whatever it needs to do. I've been focusing energy, love energy like a hedge in a way, um, filling up any places of authority across the world, from the smallest villages to the largest nations, everyone that holds position and power, that it fills with unconditional love energy. And if the people in those positions or striving for those positions, if there's elections going on, which we have, that they fill up those areas. And if the person or persons don't want to raise the vibration to match it, they have to leave the position and open it up for someone who does match that energy. So that will help bring peace and unconditional love and higher vibration to the planet. So if you'd like to join me in focusing on that as well, I, of course, welcome that. All right, here we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. Put her back here in her little place. All right. So, hello, everybody. Hope you're having a blast this weekend. And I can't believe it's like already Sunday afternoon. Whoosh, it just flies by, right? Let me see. Anything else to say? Oh, well, if you're new to my channel or new to these readings, hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. We got a great group of people, huge hearts, great senses of humor. Welcome all my regulars and all my family and friends as I consider all of you. I'm so glad that we're all here together today. Share some beautiful messages. I will be using the Wandering Star Tarot today. And how the free readings work is I do go down in order down the chat, first come, first serve. And there's no special list. The chat is it. You just put your question out there, and then I pull cards for it. If you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading, and Spirit knows what you want. We'll pull cards for that. If anyone does make a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. I prioritize those readings. I step outside of the free readings and pull more cards. Free readings, usually one card, sometimes two. But the donations, I do dive deeper into those. And if you want to make a donation, you can use the super chat at the bottom or in the description box of the video. I do have my Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Square. And so you can make a donation any of those ways. I don't have a set dollar amount. I know everyone's finances vary from person to person, day to day, country to country. So you give from your heart. That's the perfect amount. Um, what else? What else? I'm doing something different where I prioritize donations. And then, second, anyone who's one of my YouTube channel members, you'll see their names in green with a little badge. They get second priority after I finish the donations. And then I go into the free readings. Sundays are different than Fridays and Saturdays. I try to get through as many free readings as I can. I don't always get through them all on those days. But Sundays, since it's my last day until Friday night for free readings, I do come back on after I'm on here for about 2 hours. Then I go spend an hour with my Praying Mantis members, and then I eat and rest for a moment. And then I come back on and finish all readings. So if you've been trying on Friday and Saturday, Sundays, if you get your message here, I will get to it sometime today. So we will get those messages for you. If you're interested, um, speaking of YouTube channel memberships, YouTube gives me 10 of my Zen Cricket memberships each month, and usually the first Saturday or first Sunday, depending on when the first lands, they give me 10 more. I give those away. But my Zen Cricket level is $2.99 a month, which gives you the prioritization in these, as I just mentioned. And on Wednesday nights, I have 2 hours of free readings for just my YouTube channel members, which includes Zen Cricket. Praying Mantis member level is $7.99 a month, so you can attend Wednesday night. But then Thursday night, there's a Praying Mantis 2 hour special one. And then on Friday night and Saturday night after my sessions and after these sessions, Sunday afternoons, I also have an hour with my Praying Mantis members. We read books, we talk about astrology, we pull past life readings, oracle readings, tarot readings. We talk about whatever they want. So if you're interested, that information's in the description box down below, as well as I do personal readings and all sorts of other things. That's all listed in the description box. All right, I think that's everything. So let's get into it. Hey, everybody. Hello, everybody that's come in. So we do have some donations. So we'll start there. Let me just give these a shuffle here. Apologies. My allergies are clearing my pipes this morning. So sorry for clearing my throat. I'll try not to do it directly in the microphone. All right. So let's start here. So we got 3 from Supernova, so we'll start there. And then let me see here. I have a PayPal. Let's see. Yeah, and then Maria will be up after that, and then Brenda, and then Kelly. And that's, I think, the donation so far. All right. So Supernova, hello, hello. And thank you for your first donation with the purple heart that says thanks on it. So for number 1 down here. So let's take a look here. And you feel drawn to ask any interesting insights and perspectives does Curdy Pie want to share? All right, let's take a look here. I do have Oracle. I still have my 14 Oracle decks over here, which is just a a quarter, not even a quarter, it's even less than that of the amount. I have like probably 125, 150 probably Oracle. If you guys you don't see all these black squares on all these shelves, they're full of cards. They're spirit purchases though, you know. That's what I call them. Let me see here. Yeah, I feel like I'm drawn to this one here. The Blue Angel Oracle. Just feel like it's had like this right? Yeah, he definitely I kinda he was like, "Hmm, well, I like that one." And like they have like things they wanna tell you, but they're like, "Okay, we'll start with that one." And I imagine we'll pull from this other deck. There's like a couple that were standing out, but this one is like where he wanted to start. He was like, "Okay, start with that one." It's funny. It's like a little kid in a bakery, or a candy store. Which one do I want? Well, let's start with that one. And you have the Pendragon Sword, card number 41. I like this Ace of Swords kind of energy here. Um, you know, this higher knowledge is higher wisdom, the Ace of Swords, which is usually wielded by Archangel Michael, but it gives us the ability to see things from a higher perspective. It's the wisdom, the knowing, the clarity. And well, on the other side, we know everything. We there's nothing we don't know. Um, they know what's in the entire any oracle, any books, anything. There's just a knowingness, because spirit is present everywhere and it can be everywhere all at once. And we're all part of a mighty collective. It's like being part of the Borg, hive mind. We all have access to every knowledge, every wisdom that's out there. When we're on the other side, we're totally open to it all. Down here, we're limited. There's only so much that we can process. I mean, our brains, our human brains, there's billions and billions and billions of bytes of information we're getting every second, but we can only process a tiny, 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 tiny bit of it in our where we're comprehending it in our consciousness. So we have no idea what's really going on outside of us because we're only seeing this much of it. Colors, there's a lot more colors than we see with our human eyes. There's a lot more different sounds than we hear with our ears. So, you know, there's a lot of different stuff that we don't even realize what's going on. So, but I like this Pendragon sword. So let's jump into that here for you. And it says, everything in nature is a wonderful miracle. Isn't the little bird flying through the vast sky a miracle? And that's from Amma, AMMA, which is Sri Mata Amritan. I'm going to murder their name. It's has AMRITANANDAMAYI, and then Devi. That's what comes from them. And then the Pendragon sword is all about balanced power. You're still high. You're like, whoa. So yeah, make sure to come back and watch your readings after you're not high. You're gonna get a whole different perspective, but you're gonna have multiple perspectives. So this consecrated sword represents balance, power, and wisdom, qualities bestowed only to those who have earned them. This is a coming of age for you, literally. Much can be accomplished now with relative ease, provided you remain balanced and grounded. You are bestowed the power of the dragon, ruler, king, and magician. This great honor and privilege is also a great responsibility. You can hold this power indefinitely for as long as you honor, respect, and use it wisely. Then there's a quote from Walt Whitman that says, every atom belonging to me as good belongs to you. Yeah. So coming into that, energy that we were just talking about, of that, being aware that, ultimately it's like a body, right? There's billions, probably trillions of cells throughout our entire body, right? And all of it serves a purpose in this lifetime. And that's the same thing. It's like this planet is a giant body, and all the people that are within it are cells within that. Even going bigger than that, think about the spiritual realm. There's a variety of different beings that are vibrating at different levels, but they're all part of that same body, and we all share everything. It's like a giant sea full of tiny drops, and but within each drop is the entire sea. It's not like this drop has some things that another one doesn't. We all um, like have the entire creator within us. We are mini creators. It's like the pinky of the creator. The cells within that have expanded into all these little tiny cells, and we're each one of those. And when we, yeah, like a shared universal consciousness, and exactly, and but we have access to that higher knowledge and that higher wisdom. And I feel like it's an important thing to realize that you're not alone, you're not, independent. Um, we just are pretending that we are because we wanted to experience what it felt like to be separate, but we're not. Surprise! It's like, just kidding. But we kind of have veiled ourselves and blinded ourselves to that unity because we wanted to experience, the independence. And I love the analogy that Spirit's given me that helps me kind of grasp it. If you think of it like the earth, there's like this ocean, and then there's evaporation, right? So some of the um, drops evaporate and they go up and they form clouds, right? And then the clouds move across and move out of the ocean onto land. And then it wants to express itself as little tiny drops, excuse me, which can come down as hail or raindrops or snowflakes or whatever, but it's independent. It's like, woo, it's like how snowflakes, each one is unique and different. That's what we wanted to experience. So we come down as a snowflake, and and then when we get down and we've experienced that, then we become snow packed, all together. Then the sun comes out and we melt back into water. We create puddles and then streams and then rivers, and we end up going back to the ocean. And that's, the whole, part of the process, the whole, um, that we wanted to experience. But the entire time we were still all part of it all. So I like that, seeing that we experienced what a little drop is, but we always reconnect back to, the the ocean. So I feel like that's what they want you to know right now. Yeah, they really, really want you to be aware of it, right? Right. So that's what they have for your first one there. Just really sit in that analogy and let that picture, sink in. So I like that. And then for your second question, thank you for that additional donation. You want to know, what do the spirit guides want you to know about yourself, your human life so far, and about how your life has shaped you into who you are today? All right. And I do feel like they wanted to go to the Dreamweaver Oracle was the second one. And Kurt was like, yeah, 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 that one. That one for all the spirit guides, because of course he's part of that. He's one of the louder ones of your spirit guides. He's like the lead, at least at this point in your life. All right, there it is. Let's see, what did they want you to know about your life here? Underneath the lizard's skin. Card number 16. I like a psychedelic one that's probably looks really cool to you with you being high. Is the lizard talking to you? You're like, "Whoa." All right. So the essential meaning of the card is about shedding the skin of the past, temporary vulnerability as you process something new, and releasing resistance to change. How perfect when we're looking at all of this about how your life has shaped you and how you're letting go of the lizard skin, shedding the skin of the past that, it has formed you, it has helped create who you are, but the releasing of the skin actually helps you evolve even more. It's part of the process. Let's see here. It says there is only one constant in life, and that is change. That's so funny because that's what you were talking about. How has your life changed, right? We are not always aware of how things evolve within us. Sometimes the process is slow and organic, while other times its rapid pace is unnerving. This is the state you find yourself now, the swift peeling away of the layers of your life that no longer serve you or protect you. Be willing to let go of everything you know that impedes your progress. Those things you need to release are hindering that flexibility you need to be in the world. You feel resistant to what is still new and unknowable, but you have nothing to fear. When a lizard sheds its old scales, there is new, healthy skin waiting just underneath the surface. The tender pink skin hardens quickly as you release the old to make way for growth and new life. You need space to breathe and stretch and grow as nature intended. You've been wanting a new life, a new version of yourself, and you are evolving to meet that self. Be present to this new time of discovery. This is a sacred experience that is woven into your destiny. Your soul knows the beauty that is waiting for you. Underneath the lizard's skin is a sign for you to trust the process of your own magical discovery. Who are you becoming? The one who is not afraid of shedding the skin of the past to embrace the dream of your future. You just can't make any of that up. So, definitely, what's coming in here with all this, you've had things that have shaped your life, and experiences that have happened that have, it's like a stone and there's a statue within it, and you need the chisel and the hammer to chisel those away. And you've had people who have represented the hammer and the chisel, but now that the big work has been done in chiseling away pieces that aren't you. Now comes the fine tuning, the individual shaping that you're going to do in your own life. And, there is this, you know, the new you coming in, but not resisting it, allowing, like I said, they bring up, don't resist the counseling, don't resist letting things go that don't serve you and that aren't healthy for you anymore. And even though it feels safe to be in the old ways of thinking and the old ways and the old things that might have felt good in the past, and but there's different tools, different tools that are coming in. You can't use the big chisel to do the fine tuning. You know how like they have a statue and they're doing the eyes and the lips and the hair. Can't use the big chisel because it chunks away things. This is the fine tuning that's coming in here. So I love that with all that. See, you were running, Scott, but it was a turn. Oh, you're so funny. You and your poop. It's you know, it's personal for you. You're so funny. So that is what they have for you. I feel like that they're, imagine that it's time for new tools. The old tools can't get you to where you're wanting to go towards your dream anymore. It's coming back to that. So that's what they have there for you for that. And then hey, great quartz. Did you get the Love Boat analogy? The song from the Love Boat? Because there's actually within the theme song, it's um, love, exciting and new. Come aboard. It has something about a new romance or something like that. It was funny. All right. All right. And then Nova, thank you for your third donation. So we'll jump to that one. Anyone who knew what the spirit guides want you to know about the experience of your life and how could it influence into your song, work, and music? All right. Like that. We'll take a look there. Yeah. uh, it's like embedded. It's like Gilligan's Island, The Love Boat. Fantasy Island was on after The Love Boat. It was funny. All right. So they want to go to the Water Alchemy Oracle for this question for you. Supernova Nova. So let's take a look here and see how is this going to influence your music. All right, and there it is. Well, and it makes sense. Water is emotion, and your normal dream and your normal card in tarot is the Five of Cups, which is transforming emotion. So that makes sense. Yeah. Wow. Tears. Card number 37. See if I can zoom in a little more here. You can see the little shells with water and things flowing out of it. Card 37. These are the waters of the body. All right. Emotional release. So you can't make this stuff up. I just love spirit. So, tears are formed in the lacrimal glands, I guess that's how you say it, above the eyes, while tear ducts drain away any excess fluid. Our tears are created from blood plasma and contain a mixture of mucus, oil, and water. The mucus coats the eyes to protect it. The water contains salt and nutrients needed to keep the eye healthy, and the oil prevents the tears from evaporating. Wow, how amazing is that, right? Our bodies produce three types of tears: basal or lubricating tears, which keep your eyes moist on a regular basis; irritant tears, which help to flush out debris and flush out debris, and then emotional or psychic tears, which form from intense feelings. In fact, scientists believe that humans are the only species of animal to produce physical tears when we cry. This is because emotional tears help to carry excess stress hormones such as cortisol out of the body. Wow. It's surprisingly detailed. Yeah. The message that comes with this card says, allow your tears to flow. Show love and care for yourself by acknowledging and revealing your true feelings. Honor and transform your emotions to make space for more positivity in your life. And it's crazy that, you usually get the Five of Cups, which is the transformational moving emotion from lower vibration to higher vibration. So this card here, this is Archangel Muriel in here. She's the angel of emotion and intuition, and she pours her tears out of two conch shells to show how a problem shared is a problem halved. And as the tears flow, they form into an ocean, which we just talked about, representing the sometimes overwhelming spectrum of human emotions. The sea wraps around her as a gown, and she is adorned with crystals and shells, representing the fact that beauty can be found in our depths. The happy sea creatures remind us that joy will return in time. Um, um, and I love this, um, release that comes in with all this. It says, be like tears. Holding in or bottling up emotions can increase stress and even have a negative impact on your physical health. When you open your heart and let your true feelings flow, you'll be surprised by how lovingly supported you really are. And I love that. So, all of this when we talk about, the experiences of your life, especially the ones you're going through now, and you've experienced the low vibration emotions like all humans do when we're younger, that when you share your experiences through music and through talking and interviewing or whatever you do, um, when you share that, even in between songs, and when you talk about where this song came from, and then you sing the song and people will cry because they're releasing emotion that they've held inside. And I love that an emotion shared is an emotion halved, and that when you're sharing that with people, that they it's like you're helping them share that emotion and get it out of their system and release it, and then with that release is transformation. So it's part of all of that. Is this is such an important time with this counseling, with everything you're going through and transforming. It's so important with everything you've journaled, everything you're realizing and getting down, and the tools that you'll be having that transform. These experiences of transformation are going to be so important for what you're able, to give. So um I like that. And so there you go. But I like that this angel Muriel, she's the one that rolls over tears. And I feel like it's such an important thing to realize, and not to hold back, right? That's let the tears flow. There's nothing wrong with tears. Um, maybe there's even a song in that. Excuse me. So that is what they have for you for that one. I see you have another one coming up here, so we'll be back to that in a moment. So let's see here. So next, so we've got Maria next via Z PayPal. Then we have Brenda, Kelly, and then Moonlight 5, and then we'll be back to Nova. So Maria, hello, hello. Good to see you. Thank you for your donation. And it's time for the update on the days of our lives. You're so funny. Cracks me up. So let's give these a shuffle. Get your energy into these. Hello. All right. So let's take a look here. So first, we got Walter's thoughts and feelings towards you today. So there's thoughts, there's feelings, one card each. And then how's their separation going? All right, let's take a look here. All right. We got those. Has he told his ex about you? No. Why do you want to poke a mom? Why do you want to poke a bear? Why do you want to, hit a wasp's nest? And then we'll take a look here. But we'll take a look and see what the spirit says there. But I was like, no, no. All right. Too funny. So Walter's thoughts today. Yeah, we get this. We got this yesterday too, or whenever we pulled it last. The sun, right? At least it came up in the reading because this is like they see how bright and fun and childlike and that fire energy, the warmth of the sun, the brightness of the sun, it's like um what is it, Dawn of the Dead or something like that. It's one of those vampire movies where you're like, oh, you're thankful that the sun is up and you break a window and now you're safe in the sunlight. And it is, it's this energy, it's this brightness that comes in, and so when they think of you, they think of you as that, right now. Their feelings towards you, yeah, they still have the 9 of Wands, so they still have this, force filled up with emotions and feelings. They're not allowing themselves to really acknowledge or, allow that to flow. They're holding back. Wands is passionate energy, but I feel like they are holding that back because, they're just they don't want it to be a, what do they call it? Rebound, a rebound kind of energy, and they're like, "No, I'm" they're intelligent and emotionally mature enough to know that after you break up and you end a relationship that you need time to process it, not just leap into something else. And so their feelings are caged away and their passions are not they're not allowing them to move forward, which we need that. So that's continuing right now. Yeah, I mean it's good. It's mature. Gosh, who would have thunk, right? But I like them. They feel very, that way. I feel like that's where a lot of their struggle happens. Speaking of, how's their separation going? Yeah. Yeah, we've got there is action happening, they're implementing things. And the King of Cups, they are this balanced individual, like you're just talking about. They are this very compatible person, head and heart balanced with all of that. And, it's like, when I was talking about that, that's part of the problem is that they're very balanced and they're emotionally intelligent, they're mentally intelligent, they're able to communicate, do all this, but I feel like their ex, that they're out of balance and extreme and they'll just flip out, and when you're the stabilizer in a relationship, they're reminding me, I think at relationship number 3, I was like, why do I always have to be the one to step forward to make up or to, whenever there was clashes, it was always me that had to go do it because they wouldn't. And um, and it really freaked them out. I remember going and sitting on the back porch stairs and just sitting out there for like a couple hours, and they finally came out and they're like, because they didn't know what to do. Because normally I'd be the one being like, "Hey, let's talk this out. Let's see what's going on." And I feel like after a while you just get tired of why does it always have to be me? And that actually, I feel like it's even just come out of their mouth to say that. Why is it always me? Right? Has have they told their ex about you? Hell no. No. See, they got the Queen of Swords. Here's the other opposite of the King of Cups, who, uh, again, they're very balanced, and the Six of Wands. It's like, no, why would I want to have them meddle in this? They feel like you are someone who is balanced between head and heart, like they are, and the Six of Wands is, victory and triumph, and they just feel like why they would just want to meddle in it if they told them about you, and they're like they don't need to know because there's your friends, right? There's nothing more. um why would they want, because they're very jealous, they're very unstable. Why would you want to say, I met this really beautiful, funny, hilarious, balanced, very we get along so well, and it should be like she must die. I don't know if she would do that, but maybe she needs to have a slashed tire. Rawr, why do you want to upset her, right? You're like, no, it's like, don't shake the nitroglycerin because it explodes. So let's just, you know, I, it ends. They don't need to know what's going on in my life. We're parting ways. They don't need to know, right? So I do feel like that's going on. Yeah, you understood the poke the bear originally, but I like that, like the reason why, right? And then what's coming for you guys? Oh my gosh. So when you do have the Lover's card coming in here in the Page of Swords, as new things change, as new things, you eventually, you know, the way you look at your relationship changes. Lover's card isn't necessarily romantic, it's we've talked about that it starts off as an important relationship. The Lover's card is always that. It's an important relationship, and then it does grow. The Page of Swords over time, the way you look at the relationship changes, but it's friendship, 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 right? Becoming besties. And then that's when things transform. But, I like that. I mean, it's definitely important, and I feel like you get the 2 of Cups and the Lover's card when we ask about it. It's just funny. But, I like that. Yeah, yeah, right. Drama, which would, you know, it wouldn't really, hurt you. Well, I mean, I don't know, you know, they might they're the kind of person that would wait outside of work and see you guys walking out together and come up to you and "Rah, rah, 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 rah," right, because of their insecurities and all that. But it would it would of course, you know really, and they don't even need to seal the deal because they already know, Walter already knows that he's ending the relationship. But you'd be like, um do you see what here is why this you pull this stuff, and this is why, you just I can't be with you, not that he needs any more, reasons or whatever, but they know better. They're just like, it's just best to part ways, and then, you know let them drift away, and that's why being friends is good and all of that, and then eventually, things can progress. But I like that. So that's what they have. I know. Woohoo! But overall, I like the reading. It's just, yeah, don't poke the bear, and that's good. Right. So that is what they have for you. So thank you again for your donation. And up next, we are moving into Brenda. So thank you so much for your donation and your the of course rainbow unicorn there. So thank you for that. You're like a general for the week. What's coming in love and money for the week? All right. Let's take a look here. Okay. What do we have here? Well, you do have, we've got the Ace of Cups coming in here. Ace of Cups is that chalice, that holy grail we talked about around self-love is such an important piece of this. And it can mean new beginnings in relationship, but let's see what the other cards are. That was the bottom of the deck. So let's take a look here because we asked about love first, right? Yeah, love and then money. Yeah. So love right now is still, focused here with the Empress. This is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, focusing on moving away from old ways of thinking around love to new ways. And so there's this clearing away of mindsets in regard to self love, because, of course, just reminding that all of the love of the outside world and our ability to give and receive love to humans is all based on how open we are to our self-love and our self-worth. So if I have this much self-love for me, as we say, no matter how much love I want to give, it just trickles out. No matter how much love someone has to give me, it just trickles to me. And also the other individual, if they have low self-love, it's trickle. And even if you have huge self-love, all they're going to be able to give you is a drop. And that's kind of I feel like you're really stepping into this self-love that you're able to give a lot of love and receive a lot of love. But I feel like where this Six of Swords in this particular one is coming is they're focusing on realizing that that other person also has to be working on their self-love and their self-worth, or they're still just gonna be able to give you a drop even though you're like, "All right, my arms are all empty. I'm ready for a big package, a big gift of love." And they're like, "Here you go." And you're like, "An M&M in a box. Wow, you're so generous," you know? But if you're already full of love on the inside, then whatever they give you is above and beyond extra, and you're like, "Oh, thank you so much." You don't need it, you want it, but you can take it or leave it, and that's an important piece of your journey and the, flow that's coming in here with that. So love is still focused on your own, focusing on your own nurturing yourself, transforming thoughts and beliefs, filling up with that love, to where when you experience new love coming from the outside world, instead of it feeling short and lacking all the time, it'll feel abundant and overflowing. So, still in process with that. Money wise, here we got the Four of Wands. So there's joy, celebration that comes in here. What's this other one? Okay, yeah. So you got some steadiness here with both the fours. Fours, of course, stabilized energy. Think of like a giant dining room table with huge legs, very stable, right? So you have peace of mind and peace of energy, stabilized energy for this week coming up. Regarding that, so I do feel like you will have this feeling of release and joy, and all right, good. So, you know, money feels good, abundance feels good next week. So, and with the Four of Swords, you might even be getting some information, some communication that makes you feel at ease, right? It gets it off of your mind. So I like that for you. Yeah. Bottom of the deck too, you do have the Death card, which is endings and beginnings. So I like that there's something that had ended that's restarting possibly. Don't know if you had asked and signed up for some sort of benefit or something. I feel like you get good news around something like that this next week, if that makes sense to you. Right. So that's what they have for you, Brenda. Brenda, thank you again for your donation. All right. And then Kelly, hello, hello. You are up next. Let's give that some love and a like since it lets me do those. And let's see here, Kelly. Happy Sunday to you. I know it is Sunday. I keep thinking it's Saturday for some reason. All right. And then, Kelly, let me take a look here. If you haven't put your question yet, let me go a little slower here. I don't see it yet. Oh, there you are. Thank you. So you want to know, what did he want to say to you when you last spoke to each other in person before parting ways? Or what was going through his mind? Ooh, you're brave. I got to change my oil. I got to do this, errands. You're just like, oh God. Let's see here. All right. Well, at the bottom of the deck, we've got, wow, all of this energy here of the 10 of cups, which is joy and love overflowing, and the sun card, which is brightness and happiness as well, and the 9 of cups, which is dreams come true and all that. But underneath that, they've got the 9 of swords. So here's the fears, the nightmare, the insomnia that's kicked in here. So we'll get more detail here with these other cards that came out. But the bottom of the deck, that energy does feel like the fear um, of like, maybe I won't find what I'm looking for, and um, just a lot of fears around dreams and happiness and fulfillment and brightness of life, it just kind of feels like this fear grasped them, if that makes sense, right? You're super curious. So let's see here what else we have here. Yeah, they got the lovers card coming in here. So important relationships. See what comes in here too. Oh yeah, and the tower. So that makes sense with these two coming together, the fear of lightning strike of something being removed out of their life, right? And I feel like this has been a kind of a pattern with them that when they have something good in their life, they always fear losing it. And it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy whenever they, you know, it has to do with their sense of worth and and it was taught growing up. So either they had parents, grandparents, significant relationships when they were younger, usually emotionally 7 years old and younger, where someone was removed out of their life, um, and so they whenever they felt like, and then they had things that happened whenever something good happened, the other foot would drop. And when they had that happen and they have this belief system, then their energy asks for it, right? And that's what, kind of comes in with that. And so I feel like when you guys were parting ways, there was like this, oh, here it is again, kind of energy. Oh, pure soul, yeah. Kind of you do feel that it's not like there's this, you know, um like I said, it's not an angry, it's fear, it's, oh, this is happening again. They did have a lot happen to them, and I do feel like that's why they are, very. I feel like they're like the Queen of Cups when you have these two come out together, where they're very emotional, very connected to their depths of their subconscious and all of that. Maybe they're a water sign or have a water moon, but they felt everything very deeply all their lives, and so they feel everything very, very exaggerated, and exaggerated sounds bad, magnified. It's like how most people feel around a full moon. They feel that all the time. And the King of Wands, I feel like they see you as someone who is very energetic, very fiery, and also the kings have a um, swords behind the scenes. So you're intelligent, you're fiery, you go 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 go, uh, and I feel like maybe you're kind of outgoing, where they maybe are introverted, if that makes sense. Queens all have a second portion of cups. That's why the Queen of Cups is so emotionally um, grounded, or dives deep and swims in emotions all the time. It's like Pisces energy in a way, where it's there's always so much going on below the surface that people don't see, like a duck. You don't see their little legs going, they just kind of are rolling, but there's always a lot going on deep inside of them here. And the Six of Swords, yeah, they have the thoughts of moving, of transforming, leaving old ways of thinking behind, go on to something new. They might even have thoughts of moving, and I don't know if they're looking to move over water or go somewhere else. I just feel like, you know, at the very least, with this movement across water, it's like they're wanting to try to get out of their head, and they're tired of that, having those thoughts in their head of when something good happens, it always comes to an end. They're always waiting for the other foot to drop, and because of that, they're the ones that, you know, activate it and bring it. But there's a lot that happens below the surface, and um, they were taught not to share emotion, and so that's why they have such deep. Um, I want to say, what are they? Like the depths of the ocean, people haven't explored to the very bottom of the ocean, though we go into space, but we're like, we don't even know what's at the bottom of our ocean. That's how deep their emotions go. There's a lot of unseen creatures and monsters below there. So that was what I feel is coming through. What was on their mind before parting ways, and going through their mind is just waiting, for this other foot to drop, and that, this fear of I'm never gonna be able to have happiness and have my dreams come true. And hopefully they'll get into some counseling or a lot of self-reflection, because that will help them. Someone help bring that up in the safety, a safe environment where they feel they can open up and transform that for them, because we all deserve it, to have our dreams come true, and we're all worthy of it, but we come down here to experience what it might feel like to feel unworthy and small and limited and restricted and all that delicious smallness, because we're so big. It's like those big trees, if you ever see those, I don't know, are they sequoias? I don't know, whatever they are. They're huge trees in I think it's in the upper Northwest. There's this, and you see a picture of the tree and you're like, well, so it's a tree. And then they're like, no, look closer. And you see this tiny little person at the bottom of the tree. And you're like, oh my gosh, it changes our perspective once we're able to see it. And we're like, oh, wow, now I get it. Right. And that's why we come down here, is to understand our largeness. We pretend to be small so we have perspective. So send them love, but just know that they wanted to experience all this, and you can focus on your front door, right? Yeah, yeah, and it's not your job to try to, rescue them. You were the mirror that they needed to see, and one of the additional mirrors, they'll keep having people coming in, showing them what they want to see about themselves until they see it. So you did your part, and they'll be grateful for it, at least on the other side, if not in this lifetime. I know I'm grateful for all of my 5 longest term relationships, where they all were showing me what I wanted to see about myself until I saw it, and then, then I'm like, "Oh, I get it." And I thank them as teachers now, and I don't have any, bad feelings toward them now, which is good. Otherwise, I might, you know I do wanna give 'em, rewards when I go up, like, trophy like, the Oscars. "You guys played your parts very well." Bastards, right? Alright, anyway. So, that's what they have for you, Kelly. Thank you again for your donation. And many blessings to you. Alright, so let me take a quick sip here, and we move on to Moonlight. Hey, Moonlight. Good to see you. So let's give that a love and a like there. And you wanted to know what is coming for you in love the next 2 weeks. All right. So let's see what we have here. What is coming for love in the next 2 weeks? So I went to that one, and then that one, and that one, that one. Wow, okay. And then that one up there. All right. Let's see what we got here. So, the bottom of the deck, you do have the 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords is like this card of conflict between the head and the heart. And you do at the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Cups, which is about new love, and the Star card versus the Hermit. So all this energy is building below the deck here, and it is about understanding all the rules, all the struggle that the brain has of like, well, this is what love is supposed to be and should be and need to be. This is what you're supposed to be, need to be, should be. This is how you're supposed to meet and how it's supposed to unfold. And a lot of rules. It's like they're showing me someone going to like an amusement park, and you know how if you ever go to like Disneyland or whatever, and you have this giant map of everything that, and they give it to you at the gate, right? And they have all this, um, these, what all the stuff is, and then if it's like, all right, everybody, so we're going to go here. We're going to spend 10 minutes there. Then we're going to ride this ride, and then we're going to go here, and then it's like they're doing it in a German in a German voice. And then at 10 o'clock we will have lunch and a snack, and then we will go here, and it's like very regimented, and that just takes the whole fun out of it all. And so when we have our mind telling us like this is how love is supposed to be and what it sucks the life out of it, right? And I feel like that's a lot of this energy that's flowing here. So let's see what else they have here. Yeah, they got the 7 of Wands. This is the importance of being true to yourself and not dimming your light, not um asking permission to shine and be yourself. So this does tell me there's like this, and I don't know if I've talked about this before in these sessions, but like spirit was showing me that, we the human tends to go about relationships and love in kind of two ways. One is like it's a position that needs to be filled and we're interviewing people for it, and it's like, all right, I need love, I need to have a partner, I need this. So I'm looking for applicants, I'm interviewing, I'm checking them, I'm putting them through the tests to find out, are you going to fill this position, right? Or I don't have to fire someone and then replace them. The other is doing what we love, not looking for that, knowing that we stand alone, that we are, like the 7 of Wands is like the sun. I am the sun. I do not need anything. I can shine bright and people get to have what I give freely, but I don't need people. I don't need a relationship. I am 100% fine on my own. Doesn't mean we don't want one, but we don't need it. And so we shine bright, we live our life, we live our passions. And while we're living our passions, we bump into someone living their passions, and they are passionate about the same things we are. And then a spark happens, and then a relationship forms. See the difference? In one feels like, ugh, gotta hire someone for this position, and this is all the stuff that has to happen. It feels like work, versus when we live our life and live our passion, and then, working on being ourselves, our authentic selves, and shining, and then someone is attracted to us for being who we are instead of trying to be who we think other people want to hire for their relationships, right? So that's a loaded card there. Yeah, and you have the 4 of Cups. So again, here's this the old relationships we've had, how they're bored with that. And it starts with the self-love on the inside. That's where emotional stability comes in. And it that reinforces kind of that other card in that, we've tried to fill the position before, but rather than try to fill the position, let's just focus on our self love, fill ourselves up, overflow. And then that's when we can find a relationship that doesn't feel like it's falling short and lacking, where we're focusing on who someone's not being and celebrating life versus celebrating life, loving life, doing what we love, and then finding someone and have gratitude for who they are instead of you're not matching the job description. Well, there isn't a job description. You know, you are the one you're looking for the position, and then someone else is just above and beyond extra, right? Yeah. And here we have the Knight of Cups, which is the quest for the chalice, the quest for love, right? Instead of making it a quest for love, it's an expression of your love for yourself, right? Yeah. 5 of Wands is transformation of this energy from fearful energy to unconditional love energy. 9 of Swords, letting go of those thoughts, those beliefs, those here's all the rules and the job description that we have for love. Yeah, the Hanged Man, transformation, seeing things from a higher perspective, letting go of all those. These 3 cards came out together, by the way. They were. This is all the struggle, the where the it makes love such a job, right? It just sucks the life out of us, and sucks the all the expectations are what suck the life out of relationships, right? Yeah, because you have the 10 of Cups, joy, celebration, overflowing is you do find that here in your life with all of these, but with the bottom of the deck there is this. releasing all of that, the 10 of swords, releasing all the expectations. So I feel like that's what they're wanting you to, they're saying that this is the focus for the next 2 weeks. It's, you know, doing those things, finding out what you love to do and start planning to get out and do it, or get out and do those things, because that is where you find that overflowing love, is starting in here and expressing and doing the things you love, and not looking for a position to be filled in your life that you don't need someone. You're the one that can do all those inner duties of what you think love is supposed to bring for you. But in pursuing what you love and enjoy in life, you do meet someone. They're like, you do, but this is how you meet them. Otherwise, it's just going to be another um another hire that you end up terminating. I love your spirit guides. All right, so that's what they have for you, for that moonlight. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. So many blessings to you. Then we have a couple from Nova and then MMC. So you guys are up next. So Nova, thank you for your additional donation here. All right. Let's see, here it is. Number 4. So what other messages does Kurt want to say? Feel he's got some other mystical and amazing message, right? He's full of it, that's for sure. Let's see, was there another? I think it was this one over here. Yeah. So this was the other one. We got the Healing Spirits Oracle. Was the other, because there was like 4 decks they had pointed to. And this one was kind of less than these other ones that needed to come first for those other questions. So there it is, right there. So let's see what they have here. Yeah. They're so funny. So they have this beautiful card that says, card number 39, listen to the voice within when it persists. And that's hilarious because that's them. They're like, that voice within you that is persisting and telling you over and over and over, that's me. Listen to me. So funny. Your inner self is what connects you to the higher guardian spirits of the universe, who will use it to attract your attention when they have a message for you. A guardian spirit is speaking to the inner you now, and the message is coming from a higher source because you're being moved by the words and the feelings they bring. The guardian spirit, Kurt, wants you to take notice. This is your time to wake up and follow the path of light. This is true, as this inner voice is stronger than any voice you've heard in this world. Trust it right now. I know, right? What the hell? He's like, hey, 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 hey. It's like a little, like it's like an older brother, and you're sitting in the back seat, and he's like, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you, but he's like poking you, hey, 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 and you're like, what? That's what he's showing me. He's like, that's what I'm doing to you, because he is like your older brother, and he wants to you know get your attention, get you to this. He's like telling you, this is the light in that voice that's so loud inside of you, telling you, stop this, do that. I need you to hear me. I need you to hear me. Listen, listen, listen to me. Stop that and get doing this. Stop that and doing this. And they're like, I'm since you asked, they don't you feel like something spoke in you. That would be them. That definitely would be them, because they're wanting you to, listen to their guidance, because um they honor our free will and all that. So, they'll go to an extreme, out of jest, and out of humor and stuff because they know they're like, it's whatever you choose to do, there's no judgment. But he's very adamant and passionate about wanting you to continue on this journey and to get going and to move forward because they see the relief and release that comes from it, and and the impact that it has on other people. There are fated events in your life to, transitional moments, and you're within this transitional time frame of a range, and you're about in the middle. And so that's why they're starting to get more urgent because there will be tower moments where things will be removed out of your life per your instruction before you came down here. You'd be like, if I don't do this, between this and I get to this point, do this in my life. And they're like, all right, we will do that. And so they're kind of he's like saying, we're starting the countdown to get to this point. If you don't do it, then you've told us we need to do it for you. And then there'll be a tower moment where something will be taken out of your life and you'll be put in a place where you can't have that thing. Um, yeah, yeah. I mean, they're with you 24/7. It's like, I don't know if you watch Twilight. Edward, he didn't have a bed because he never slept, and he would watch her sleep. It's so peaceful to watch you sleep, because they don't sleep. They're awake, and they know our every thought, our every emotion. They see our future. They know the plan because before you came down here, your higher self and your soul, told them, okay, this is what we want to experience. And so I like that. They're just like, listen to the voice. I'm getting your attention. I'm trying to get your attention in big ways. So listen, because if you don't make the choice to do something, you've asked them to do it for you. So it's not a threat. He's like, I don't want it to come across as a threat. It's more of a countdown warning. I'm just letting you know, if you listen closely, you're hearing 10, 9, 8. So I like it. I'm doing it for you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. He's funny. So that's what they have for you for that one, Nova. So thank you again for your additional donation there. And then for your next one, thank you for that. That would be number 5. Let me see here. There it is. So what do current spirit guides want you to know about their spirit guide ways? Maybe even themselves. You wonder what it's like to guide a human. Have you ever had a young nephew or niece, like 2 years old, trying to have them do something that they don't wanna do? There you go. That's funny. Let's take a look here. All right. So let's take a look here. So what do Kurt and spirit guides want you to know about their spirit guide ways and even themselves? All right, let's see here. What do they want you to know here? All right. Well, the bottom of the deck, they have death, which is, this is Phoenix. It's, there is no death. There is no, it's so unserious. That's funny. Because they're like, death is like the big thing. Like, what's the worst thing that could happen? We're like, we're in this as humans, we're just like, we're all about time and stress and oh my gosh, and we got to do it before we die, and we put a lot of pressure on ourselves. And they're like, it's so scary. It's so stressful. It's opposite. It's joy. They're in a place of unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace and gratitude and higher vibration. they're like it's like we're in paradise experiencing it, but they are, they're able to be present with us and be with us as we're going through everything. And they're like, there's nothing um, you know, um difficult about it because they have no judgment, so they don't, they're like, um there's no right or wrong from their standpoint. There's just different choices with different experiences. And then they love that we're given they're given a honey-do list when we're down here. They're working and with permission from our soul, able to do things for our lives. And so, it's they're they're all on board with supporting us. It's like that's their joy of, yeah, we get to be a part of the journey. And we don't it's like the puppies in the back. I talk about it sometimes where we're driving a bus, the creator is beside us. They're the ones, you know, changing the music station, and they're in charge of the air conditioner or heater and passing out the snacks. And our energy is what puts the nav system in and takes us on our journey. But spirit guides, they're all these puppies in the back, excited that they're going for a ride. Woohoo, wherever we go, right? Um, yeah, and then but they're trying to, um, help us and guide us, well, of the things that we ask them to do down here, they'll boom, 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 boom. But then there's all these other decisions that we make as the human down here that if we don't ask them, they are just hands off. They're like the 2-year-old wants to pour milk into their cereal the first time, and they let them because there's no wrong, that happens there. Um, and so they just will clean up the mess afterward, as they pour the whole gallon of milk into the cereal bowl and it all overflows. And they're like, well, you're learning and growing. They don't, oh my God, they're just like, let's clean it up, something to do. Um, so, they definitely just want you to know that they're there, and how their experience of the guides, it's an adventure and they love adventures, but they don't have judgment. There's no judgment on the other side. That's a human earth thing that we wanted to experience, what it might feel like to fail, what it might be like to make a mistake. Those are made up things in this world. There are none of those. There's just different choices, different experiences. And coming to Earth and having these human experiences is one of the choices that we've made. That's totally cool. Um, what they want you to know about themselves, I feel like there's 4 cards. I feel like just we'll briefly kind of talk about 4 of your spirit guides. One was a hermit. It was someone like more priestly, more of a monk. So they did have a human life, and I kind of get a Zen Buddhist kind of monastery, Eastern kind of influence with that. So I feel like you had a past lifetime with this individual, and you guys did. If you have an attraction for Zen Buddhism or East, the Orient and that kind of culture, then you definitely, this is that energy of that, and so they are, you guys had a past lifetime together, and in this lifetime they are helping guide you, with the little lantern, as you did in one of their lifetimes. Like you were their spirit guide in a lifetime as well. So they're just like letting you know, hey, a little shout out, boop boop. So kind of a Buddhist monk. You guys were both Buddhist monks at one point together. One of them is more of a knowledge. This one I don't feel was a human before. The Page of Swords is it's someone that helps guide you, someone that helps bring higher knowledge, drops things into your brain. So I feel like they're more of a messenger for you, and they bring things. This would be someone that helps bring the signs in the outside world, but I don't feel like they were human. They're like, yeah, it's all right. I like doing this. So they haven't had a human experience yet, but they connect you. I almost feel like angelic, almost like a branch of Archangel Michael's. Each of the archangels has, a legion of angels underneath them. I feel like it's one of Archangel Michael's um, troop, if you would say, that has been assigned to you for this lifetime. I feel like it's just this lifetime to bring you this knowledge here. And then you have the King of Cups. This is a very emotional being. I feel like this is someone that, again, another individual. Okay, this is Kurt. I was like, someone very compatible, someone that has a lot of this, the same um, experiences, and that's why they're so compatible with you, and that's why they chose to be your spirit guide in this lifetime, because they do have um, all of these human experiences that they pull from, and this energy that they're able to do it. And like we talked about before, they do like to um feel you playing music. Like, they can be present, and even sometimes, like, when they're channeling, you kind of feel like someone takes over, sometimes playing the guitar. They're like, "Well, and when you let me, I go do that." And they're like, "I like it." So they do like that experience, especially being on that side and seeing it in a different way. So I like that. And then you have the 6 of Wands. And this is really this energetic being here. And there's this it's they're more of a spirit guide who's an elemental. They're more fire, and they're inspiration. And I like this, that um there's someone that's been with you in each of your lifetimes when you've been a musician. They're like I don't want to say like they're your muse, but they're like, "Hey, I am your muse. I'm who helps you create music. I'm part of your inspiration. I'm the one that you're the spark of creativity. They're the bringer of that." And so just know that these are four, which you have a ton of beings around you, but these are four that just want you to know about them right now. Just, I feel like it helps you ground yourself into realizing it's not just this mysterious group, but that they have personality and characteristics um, that they bring for you. So I like that. Yeah, no wonder he is, right? I like that. So that's what they have for that one, Nova. So thank you again so much for your multiple donations. I love your questions, and connecting to your spiritual posse is a hoot, of course. You know that. All right. So thank you so much for those. And then we've got here, so we got MMC and then Holly for donations, and everyone waiting for your free readings. Thank you for your patience. I will um, finish up these two donations, and if I don't have any other donations, then I'll start on any of my YouTube channel memberships. You'll see their names in green with little badges, and then I'll start on the free readings. If I don't get to many free readings in this session, in about 40, less than 40 minutes, maybe like 37 minutes, I'll be heading off to spend some time with my praying mantis members, about an hour, and I'm going to eat, and then I'll be back on, and I will complete all readings today. So if you've been trying to get your free reading done on Friday and Saturday, if I didn't get to, if you put it into today, I will get to you. If you want to, free readings are like one card, sometimes two. And if you want me to dive deeper, a donation of any kind will, one, prioritize you, um, and then two, I will dive deeper, pulling more cards for those two. You can use the super chat, and in the description box of the video, also have my Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Square. All right, so we will go that route. All right, so MMC, you are up next. So thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like there. Do you like a general career reading for next week? All right. Let's take a look-see here. So What do you want MMC to know about their career next week? That and that and that and then that. So those are related. We will do those and then those three. Okay. One and two and three. Is that some sort of dance? Let's see here. So we do have the bottom of the deck. We have the Four of Cups, which is emotional stability. So I do feel here, it feels kind of just a calm week regarding career. It just feels like um, things are progressing. I feel like because of the one and the one, it's like stuttering, right? It's like one, oh, nope, one again, and then two and three. So there's like, it's been some sort of delay regarding career, it feels like, but this is progression. And I just feel like because there is some recognized movement this week, it kind of puts your emotions at ease a little bit. Let's see what we had here. Yeah, so the Seven of Wands did have to do with not asking permission to shine, but not dimming your light, and about having the courage to step forward and do what you're wanting to do, not what's expected, not worrying about having to defend your career choices coming in here. Yeah, and you've got both the Seven of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. So this is the spiritual, number seven. Obstacles too, but the Seven of Pentacles is patience, and the last thing that, grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. And I feel like there's been this, one of the other meanings of the Son of Pentacles is when you start to see fruit in something and you're like, why did I want an apple orchard? you know, now that the fruit is growing and I'm like, oh yeah, apples. I was so focused on watching the trees grow and, because they had to be seedlings and grow into trunks and then branches and then leaves and then blossoms. And now the fruit's growing and you're like, why did I want apples? And then you remember, oh, everyone else was telling me, I like apple juice. I like apple fritters. I like apple pie. I like apple sauce. Blah, 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 blah. Apple a day keeps the doctor away. All this stuff, all this opinion, had you choose a career or think that you were wanting to head towards a career, but it's not fulfilling. And so as the fruit is growing, you're like, wait a minute, is this really what I want? And I feel like this is what's coming in. The Seven of Wands is standing up going, you know what? I don't want to do that anymore. I'm going to sell this apple orchard. I'm going to, I usually say, avocado trees because I want guacamole, and this is good for you too. And that's what I want. So I'm going to choose something I want to do. And I feel like this is what's coming in here. I feel like you've been kind of, that's what's been delaying things, is because it's not something you've really wanted. It's something that you thought you've wanted, but your heart is being shared and your heart is guiding you. Let's put these other two cards right here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So here's the Queen of Cups, all that emotion, all the heart. The Nine of Wands, that's what's been holding you back because it's not something you wanted to go for and go towards. And so the next step is to realize that and to trust your heart and follow your heart. What makes your heart sing? What makes your heart want to dance? What makes it feel full? When's the last 5 times your heart has felt that way? And what kind of career can be related to that, right? It's like, well, I love talking to people and helping them intuitively, with their going on, maybe counseling or a spiritual counselor or spiritual life coach. Yeah, that's what brings me joy, not this 9 to 5 working retail or whatever, right? We're like, I don't want to be a manager over, you know, in a call center. I want to do this. This is what I love about, that. And it's that kind of thing that, you're realizing and coming in here. Yeah, and letting go of the fear of failure, of letting people down. When you're living your dream, you don't care. And again, you've got the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and you had the Queen of Cups. You got all of this, all the queens have cups behind the scenes, have emotions, right? Queen of Cups has double, so that's 2 cups. The Queen of Swords has another cup. The Queen of Pentacles has another. It's 4 parts water, one part air, one part earth, right? So the Queen of Pentacles is about Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing yourself, nurturing your dreams. And the Queen of Swords is balancing your head and your heart and allowing you to make this movement. But all this Queen energy is all about you stepping into what you're wanting to do, where you're wanting to head, how you're wanting to, move forward with that. So I feel like that's what comes in next week. Even the Four of Cups, just they're reminding me here. Let me grab it real quick here. So you see the Four of Cups, they're so bored with the regular stuff of the outside world too. You can see they're like, and this Ace of Cups is your heart being expressed. It's something that will make you feel, more excited and happy about life. So I like that for you. Great. So that is what they have for you, MOC. Hopefully that helps. But definitely, and if you have like, well, I don't know, you know, I don't know what I want to do, and you're having trouble identifying what your heart wants. There's Sahara Rose has a book, Discovering Your Dharma, Your Life Purpose. Her website is I am Sahara, Sahara, like the Sahara Desert, rose.com altogether. She has some quizzes on there. And if you're interested in the book, I'm not affiliated at all, but it's a really good book. But if you check it out, they, you know, it can help guide you into discovering like how you want to express this love in your heart with the world in your own special, unique way as well. All right. So that's what they have for you, MMC. So thank you again for your donation. And then Holly, hello, hello. Let's give that some love and a like there. And you want to know, are more people coming into your life soon? Uh-oh. What type of people? Zombies. No, let's take a look here. So, hello, hello. Let's see here. People coming into your life. Okay. Other than that one, I feel like there was another one. There it is. That one, trying to hide. Someone hidden in your life, it looks like here. But let's take a look. Yeah, you definitely have new people coming into your life. You've got this, Page of Cups, which is new love, new emotion that comes in. So I do feel like that will be coming in. You even have the Ten of Pentacles underneath, which is about groups and family and full outside external life. So I feel like it's going to come flooding in here. Yeah, seclusion and lonely. Yeah, there's a difference between being alone and feeling lonely. And we have a big aha that comes in. One, that we're never ever alone, right? We've got a host of invisible beings that are always around us. We're never alone. But when we don't have humans in our life, um, we can feel isolated sometimes, but it's always for us. It's a great time of reflection when there's not a whole lot of chaos and a whole lot of, that's why the Hermit card, when it comes out, we're drawn into this, or like the High Priestess, into her High Priestess temple, away from the chaos, away from the noise, so that we can really get a good grasp of our thinking, the choices we're making with our stories and all my emotions. So where we do a lot of our growth, but though sometimes it can feel like we're in solitary confinement, right? Yeah, yeah. So it's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But as we grow our self-love, which like a Page of Cups is that too, as we expand our self-love and our self-worth, that opens our ability to give and receive love from the humans too. So it's a win-win when it comes to it. In fact, as you've been raising your love vibration, you're going to, have this, you know, um, drawing in individuals that match that higher vibration instead of the lower vibration, right? So let's see what we have here. Yeah, we have the Three of Pentacles. So this is an encouragement. This is about being true to your authentic self, too, which of course with the shadow work, you're doing less of trying to be what you think other people think you should be, right? Less fear about rejection and losing people's support. You're like, you know what? I didn't have people around and I lived. So, I don't have to be what I think everyone wants me to be. I'm going to try being myself. And I feel like this is a good, it's like, when you step away and you transform and then you come back in the beginning, it's a little rough sometimes to not fall back into the old habit of people pleasing that we all are taught to do when we're younger through praise and punishment, right? But there's like this, hmm, I like this, you being true to yourself and doing things you're wanting to do, I feel is important too. So if you're like, I want to go try painting or pottery or I want to go listen to some music or I want to do this. Go do those things that you love, even if you do them by yourself at first, because it's in doing those things that you find your tribe, that you meet people, and where romance can spark there too. But it's time to get out and go do things that you enjoy. I like that with that here. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. You have the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles too. So both of these are the Eight of Pentacles is like go learn something. Like I want to go learn how to cook, or culinary stuff. It's like go do that. It's like whatever a class or a learning thing is. If you do that, then you do meet tribes there too. So if there's some sort of you know thing that you want to learn, whether it's a new modality, like I want to learn Reiki or Tai Chi or Qigong or, energy work of some kind or, some sort of artistic expression or it's something that interests you. You go do that and then you're meeting people that have same interests. And that's the bond that brings you together. Oh, you're a Reiki practitioner. Go figure. So maybe a Reiki group. Some sort of meetup group or gathering in your area. But doing things that you love and that are your passion, I feel is important here. Yeah, and you'll find someone with the Six of Pentacles, someone who's more willing, more equal giving and receiving relationships, not the ones of the past where you constantly give 70, 80, 90% and they give 0 or 10, 20, 30% all the time. You are going to find individuals in that are equal giving and receiving there. So I like that. Yeah. So here's the high priestess. This is the one that was hiding here that's going to be made known. So I like this. It is going to be, someone or someone's here that you have. It has to do with spirituality. That's the bond. That's what's been missing in some friendships and relationships in the past with friends, family, romance, even that spirituality is such a core of who you are that it's important for them to be also that be such an important thing in their lives, because otherwise they just say, oh, look at your woo woo stuff, how cute. I know in my relationships, like they would they would be like, oh yeah, let's do cards, that's such a cool, like they look at it as a party trick instead of, you know no, my connection with spirit is sacred and honorable, and they would make it seem like it was like, yeah, 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 let's do that. Let's have wine and drink and let's see what spirit has to say. And I'm like, ooh. So and that's the thing that needs to be like the foundation of it, right? Right. You're like, here, let me get out my voodoo doll and let's see how big of a party trick it is. No, I'm just kidding. We don't do that. That's just a joke. But it's funny. So that's what they have for you, Holly. Definitely coming soon, but getting out, it's like now it's like you're released from captivity. You're released back into the wild. So what are you drawn to go to go to? Go do those things you love. Energy, whatever, but other passionate things too. It doesn't have to be all that, but that is a foundation of important friendships that you have coming in and possibly sparking romance too in doing that. So I like it. Woohoo! You're released. It's like a little puppy that's been kept in their kennel all day. Run, Holly, run. All right. So enjoy that, my dear. That is what they have for you. Again, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. And then Olivia, you are up next. Thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like. Whoops. Mouse gone wild. All right, there we go. So good to see you too. So a reading on SSNU is feelings towards you and next steps. Absolutely. Feel free to be very nosy. You're so funny. All right. So let's take a look here. So his feelings towards you first. Let's take a look here and see what is going on with the feelings. All right. So, wow, that's a lot for feelings here. 2112. Well, there's some mirroring going on. I see. Okay. And then next steps. All right. Okay. And they want those two. All right. It's like there's a dance going on here in there. 2 1 1 2 1 2. Who's stepping on whose feet while you guys are doing the dance here? All right, well, let's take a look. We got the bottom of the deck. It's such a beautiful combo of the sun and the moon, right? They have such a unique, special relationship that comes in here, and it kind of represents kind of personality a little bit, right? Um, one of you is the moon, very nurturing, very deep in emotion, very connected to spirit, and the other is like a bright sunshine, fire, maybe fire sign even, but childlike and joy and kind of energy there too, right? So, I like this overall energy on the bottom of the deck that just shows that unique relationship. It's very cosmic, right? Very cosmic relationship. So let's see what this mirroring is going on because you got 2 1 1 2. So you've got on one side, one of you is experiencing your Eight of Cups, where you're really looking at where I'm investing my emotional energy, right? Doing the shadow work. What emotions can I clear away? What these out of balance where I'm giving so much in relationships, and really this shift in it's like taking an inventory of emotional energy and shifting where investing energy. Yeah, I figured that this is you, the moon, and this one. They are in their head with the 10 of swords. We like this because the 10 of swords is they're ready to let go of a lot of expectations they have around supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts. So I feel like you're doing a lot of emotional inventory. They're doing a lot of mental inventory. And and like the sun and moon, emotions and our thoughts are so equal because we're emotional beings who think. We have an emotion. If we don't want to feel it again, we create thoughts around not to feel that again. Or we have a good feeling emotion. We create thoughts around to have that repeated. So they're so intertwined. And I feel like that's where this mirroring is going on, where you're kind of focusing on emotional transformation. They're focusing on the surface mental transformation kind of energies that are happening. So let's see here. What else for you here? Yeah, because underneath here, it feels like there is this kind of energy flowing for you here. And the Nine of Swords is it's like the Ten of Swords. Here's the thinking that's going on. This is where the mirroring is happening, right? About abundance and fulfillment and wholeness and security of the outside world, about having someone that's able to exist in that space for you there. looking for someone who's grounded, someone who's stable, and there's fears around not being able to find someone who can be generous and reliable in that, right? And so it's like, can they bring that? And working through some of those emotions that are tied to those fears. And on their side, yeah, yeah, I can see here we got the Nine of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. And for them, I feel like they're really facing a lot of thought and belief and mindset around not being able to provide, not being, able to succeed and to have all that they do feel like something's been holding them back with all of this, and they're trying to figure out all of this. So I feel like there is this stability, and especially just feels like it's pointed outward about beliefs that they have had around having being enough and giving enough. And I feel like this does go back to their childhood where they felt like their mom didn't feel like they were secure. Like, I don't know if dad was, you know, had trouble keeping a job, if they were an alcoholic, or things where mom was always stressing about having enough. And so he learned about, so much about who you are is, being that reliable person. I feel like that's like such a huge source of fear for them, and a source of judgment. And they have a lot of, like I said, because they have a lot of fear around it, they have a lot of beliefs in lack that they have to overcome. And I feel like this is where their feelings towards you are caught up in this, and I feel like this Nine of Wands is what keeps them from moving forward and expressing themselves and being that, because of that, you know, I've gotta have this. This is a requirement, and what if I don't have that? Then they think that you will think of them like their mom used to express towards their father kind of energy, if that makes sense. So there's a lot of underlying fear, um and I just feel like that's what's kind of holding things back. They have emotion. I just feel like they're so overwhelmed by, like, the sun needing to shine bright for all the planets. They're like, instead of realizing just be you, and that that's fine. That's what the planets need. But they're like, "Oh no, I got to be brighter." Well, if you get too bright, you're going to burn up the planets. So I just feel like there's this mirroring going on here, if that makes sense. Let's see what the intentions are here, right? Next steps. Haven't got the Four of Cups. So we got emotional stability. We like that because I feel like they are trying to find that and trying to, be able to bring that. And so there is this, progression that's where things are headed. I even like that. It looks like the cup is surrounded by the sun there. And let's see what these other two cards are too. Yay. Okay. Yeah. So we have progression here. We have the Magician and we have the Nine of Pentacles. And so next steps here, I feel like they are going to have a breakthrough regarding abundance. Nine of Pentacles is financial independence or feelings of abundance in the outside world, right? But I feel like they find that, and that they do this, you know manifestation. Like, they change their attitude, they change stuff, and they're working through some stuff. Because we got the on the bottom of the deck, even the Knight of Pentacles is, they're on a quest for that abundance, and you know looking at their worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way, and kind of having that kind of energy that comes in with all of that. So I feel like there is, they are the slowest moving night, but it takes time for the inner work that they're doing to make it to the outer side. And I do feel like they've really have done that. And that's why I feel like they're on the verge of fruit, that will start showing from that, because we don't change from the outside in, we change from the inside out. So as they're changing their mindsets and their emotions and transforming those, then they'll they'll be able to really feel that wholeness, and then in a way that allows them to move beyond it. And then that's where all that stuff comes in. So I like that. So his mom does play a role in his feelings, okay, which he's trying to work through. Perfect. So it is happening. I like the progression. It's patience. Here we go. Things are going forward. Um, Things you can do is look at your own, because you see them struggling with it. It's always a mirror, right? So it's like, where do I struggle with my self worth? Where do I struggle with defining myself by the outside world? Do I need that security of those things? And if I don't, can I have gratitude for the things, share gratitude for the things that I am truly grateful for in them? And then they see, like, wow, it helps them redefine their worth if they see that you're that, not that you're defining their worth, but that you're grateful for them and for other things beyond that. And they're like, wow, I'm not a loser like my dad. That's what he has that concept from his mom, right? It's like, I'm not that, I'm more. Wow. So hopefully that helps. All right, Olivia, that is what they have for you. So thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate that. All right, and then Nova, thank you for your additional donation here. Appreciate that. Number 6. All right, let's dive down there. For everyone else, I'm going to be on for about what is that? 9 more minutes. So as soon as I finish Nova here, I might jump to some of my YouTube channel memberships. We'll see. But I will be headed off to go spend about an hour with my Praying Mantis members, and then I'm going to eat, and then I'll be back on, and I will complete all free readings. So we will get all your answers today. It might just be a couple hours. All right. All right. So Nova, what does Kurt want you to know about your future artistic endeavors? Maybe with painting or even playing your soon to be future aluminum acoustic guitar. Ooh, how fun. All right, let's take a look here. So, what do they want you to know about your future artistic endeavors? Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. I do want that one too, right? Those. All right. I like it. So he's like, just a reminder, we got the tower coming. There is the removal of some things out of your life. And so that is going to be a change here. I like this here. It's like there's this, ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures that, comes in, and, it's that transformation. And you've got your calling coming in here. Um, and here's the musical. It's mainly music is the true calling. Painting is just another form of expression for you. Um, but yeah, there's this the energy first that he's sharing here. Oh my gosh, we got all these. How many? Yeah, that's 3 major arcana. These are on the bottom of the deck. This is a special one here. You got the no card, your power of saying no, like all the palette of color, but that you get to choose what you do or do not want to do and create. Um, but they are focusing in on this, that tower was saying no to something in your life that is dragging you down and standing in your way, right? And we got the moon energy. That's number 5 major arcana, and then number 6 major arcana of the high priestess, number 7 major arcana on the bottom, the death and rebirth card, and then the emperor. So it's crazy that you got 3, 6, 8 major arcana on the bottom of the deck, which is transformation. All these transformative, stepping into your power, saying no, moving forward, trust in your heart, allowing it to flow out. And I like that there's no wrong way to express your creative power, right? Um, yeah. And, so there is this, changing changing these it's this rebirth. It's that tower is getting beyond this vibration, these lower vibrational actions and beliefs that help you transform. It's your creativity will just explode, but when it's guided by lower vibrational actions and thoughts and emotions, those things are really dark, and the purpose is not to focus in on that piece. It's about transforming it to something, bigger and brighter. And the transformation that it's like you're not focusing on the caterpillar, you're focusing on the butterfly, right? And the cocoon experience of the letting go of the caterpillar. And that goes in with one of the other cards you got earlier, right? About letting go of the past, letting go of the old, and transforming into the new. And it's about the transformative experience, not, well, the life of the caterpillar, let's spend 90% of our time talking about that. It's like, no, it's about letting go of the caterpillar, because that's what happens in the cocoon is it becomes a caterpillar soup, right? It's letting go of its old form, it's letting go of its old ways. And then the struggle as they move out of the cocoon is what gives them the strength in their wings to fly, right? So I like that. Yeah, you're the 7 of Cups, so a lot of emotional expression that you have to, you know, um, to share with the world. So, you have all those different types of emotions. Yeah, the 2 of Swords. So, we do have that there's closing your eyes and opening your heart, getting out of your head and allowing your heart to be expressed, which we see that with the 7 of Cups. It's not a mental expression as much as it is emotional expression, right? And the 9 of Pentacles. This is about this independence and allowing spirit to help you, guide and helping those things unfold. And um it's yeah, it even talks about prosperity, stability, accomplishment, comfort. But that bird right there, I feel like you're alone in this garden of abundance and independence, but that bird is spirit. Maybe it's a parrot called Kurt, but it's all spirit there with you. Yeah. And a chariot. The biggest thing is that this power of choice that comes in here. Again, it comes back to, your artistic future adventures. There's, this there's not like a have to, a supposed to, a should, there it is different choices with different experiences. And you would be an orange cat, like Alice in Wonderland, the Cheshire Cat. But the chariot card is this power of choice, this power where you get to choose the story, and it's very empowering. I mean, this is like the whole reason to express all of this artistic, whether it is music, lyrics, painting, whatever you share. It's about um, empowering, the empowerment of that you're not trapped in lower vibrational emotional choices, mental choices, energetic choices, physical choices. There's always that other choice. It's always two. Life is simple. It's either a choice of higher vibration or lower vibration. There's no wrong choice. They just bring different things, right? Higher vibration choice brings you joy, laughter, gratitude, celebration, unconditional love. Lower vibration brings us fear, everything attached to fear, feeling limited, powerless, restricted, bleh, right? And so we have this energy of um, the choice, and that's what's the contrast, and that there's always another choice that we can make. We're not trapped in our choices. So I like that for you. Right. So that is what they have for you, Nova. And hey, Sean, no, I hadn't gotten to yours yet. I just finished the last of the donations, and I'm about to head off to spend time with my Praying Mantis members for about an hour. And then we're going to eat, and then I'll be back. And any of my YouTube channel members, um, you guys will be first when I come back, and then I'll complete all other the free readings as well when I come back as well. Yeah, exactly, Nova. Helping people embrace themselves, even their shadow and their demon and their darkness, realizing that, yeah, it's our higher self completes them, our shadow. It doesn't try to destroy it. They come together, right? So I like that. So I'm going to grab print screens here real quick before I head off. So when I come back, I will, like I said, complete all free readings, and I'll post a comment on the stream when I come back, and on this one too, listing the order in which the readings are completed on the additional stream when I return. And then, like I said, I will complete my YouTube channel members first, and I'll list it that way, and then all the free readings afterwards. But I will list the order so that everyone can find their readings much more easily. Right, just grab these. All right. And got that one here. Boom. All right. Yeah, Brenda, I did complete all of donations, so that I did complete yours. So that was done. And tell him jokes. That's funny. Yeah, he is funny, hilarious. Let's see. So Brenda, so going backwards, I just finished Nova, Olivia, Holly, MMC, Nova again, Moonlight, Kelly, and then you. So you were a while ago. Maybe an hour ago. You might start there, but that's the order if that helps. Yeah, you were when I did the readings, it was Nova, then Maria, and then you from the beginning. So maybe if you forward from the beginning, that'll probably be faster for you to find, Brenda. All right. You're welcome. Thank you so much too. All right, everybody, I'm off to spend time with my Praying Mantis members, and thank you again so much for all your love, all your support, all the thumbs up. It helps spread the Zen love, so I really appreciate that. Everyone can give it a thumbs up. You're part of the love tsunami. So until I see you guys again, remember that every second of every day of your life, that you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourselves. And we'll see you soon.